Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Now I gotta be honest, mid-range smartphones these days are really starting to feel like flagships. And the phone that really made me feel that way recently is this one. The Huawei Nova 13. It's sleek, it's smart, and it's seriously underrated. Let's talk about it. For those of you who aren't familiar, the Nova series is Huawei's mid-range lineup. It's like their creative, stylish, younger sibling to the flagship P and Mate series. And while a lot of mid-range phones still come with compromises, the Nova 13 kind of surprised me in a good way. So when I first got it, I didn't really have any high expectations. Mid-range, sure, affordable, definitely, but feature-packed, not what I expected until I actually used it. Now let's talk spec. This model I got here is priced at around 1,899 ringgit at launch, but prices have dropped since then, and you can probably snag it now for somewhere closer to 1,600 ringgit-ish. You're getting a 256 gigabyte storage, 12 gigs of RAM, and the Kirin 8000 chipset. Before anyone says anything, yes, it's not a Snapdragon, but hear me out. For daily use, social apps, multitasking, it runs really smooth. No hiccups. And then of course, there's the battery life. We're looking at a 5,000 milliamp battery, which might sound average on paper, but with Huawei's software optimization and EMUI 14, I constantly got a full day and a half of use without even hitting battery saver. The 100 watt Huawei supercharged turbo is also here. This thing can go 0 to 100 in about 40 minutes, and it's very impressive. Quick top-ups when needed would not be a problem. Now let's talk about my favorite part, the camera system. Now Huawei has always had solid camera tech, and the Nova 13 is no different. It's rocking a 50 megapixel main sensor, which means better low light shots and sharper daytime photos. Now here's the cool bit. The native camera app comes with Huawei's signature film filters and AI photo editing tools. I'm talking about those vintage-inspired tones, cinematic vibes, and even AI retouching that actually doesn't overdo it. Some of these shots I took were right out of the camera, and I used the dusk and retro fade filters for that moody Instagram look. For someone who posts a lot on socials, this is definitely a gem. And here's something you don't see every day. The Nova 13 comes with this feature called AI Best Expression. It's one of those things you don't realize you need until you use it. Basically, if you're taking a group photo, you know how someone's always blinking or looking awkward? The AI Best Expression scans multiple shots and automatically selects the best face for each person, then merges them into one perfect photo where everyone looks good. I tried it a few times and it legit saved a bunch of group selfies I would have just deleted otherwise. Super useful for events, outings, or even just those dinner group shots. Now let's take a moment to appreciate the design though. This is probably one of the slimmest and best looking phones I've held this year. It's got this glossy mirror-like finish that shouts premium, and the way the light reflects off the back is just chef's kiss. Of course, it's very hard to get a good angle because you're probably going to see my lights. It's so shiny. You can see the cables right here, but yeah, it shouts premium. And this glossy mirror-like, I'm guessing a lot of girls would love this. Now on the front, we've got this 6.7-inch OLED display with 120 Hz refresh rate. Colors are punchy, animations are buttery smooth, and overall, just really enjoyable to use, whether you're watching Netflix or doom scrolling on TikTok. Now let's get real for a second. Not everything is perfect. The biggest limitation here is the lack of Google mobile services. So yes, no native Google Maps, Gmail, or Play Store. But App Gallery has improved a lot. And most of the apps I use like TikTok, Instagram, Shopee, all available or easily sideloaded via Gbox or APK Pure. If you're willing to go through that setup, it's actually not that big of a deal. Gaming-wise, it runs casual to mid-range games pretty well. Mobile Legends, Genshin on medium, even PUBG. But if you're hoping to push ultra settings with zero stutters, might not be the best option for that. So here's my honest take. The Huawei Nova 13 isn't trying to be the ultimate powerhouse, and that's okay. What it does try to be is a stylish social media ready smartphone with a focus on camera, display, and battery, and it succeeds in all of those. So if you're someone who loves taking photos, editing them on the go, takes loads of group shots, and want them to be perfect, or wants a phone that looks good and feels premium, but still don't want to drop over 3,000 ringgit and above on a flagship, this phone makes a lot of sense.